starting right out with our first segment where we have right next to me, I have Mitchell, Mitchell Tobin, I knew his name. And he plays Billy Elliot. And next to him we have Christopher M. Howard, and he is an understudy for the adult Billy, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
And we're going to find out more about that play. It's a musical, and if you watch the movie, and everyone fell in love with the movie. You guys both see the movie?
I have, yes.
Yeah, fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Great. It's British?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Do you play this kind of as a British, or do you play?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep,
it is?
it's set in Northeast England. That's how we play it. We use the proper accents, everything's time period. It's all historically accurate.
So how long did it take you to learn to be a Brit?
It took me 5 weeks in New York, and we had some people from Broadway and England to teach me the accent and the choreography for the dancing.
Can you say something in a British accent?
I'll say, hello, Mum.
Mum. They say mum. That's right. Yeah, that's good. You've been with it, how long have you both been with the tour? Have you both been the same length of time?
No, I started in 2011, so I've been with the tour just over a year and a half now.
Okay.
And I started in December.
In December. And we talked before the show, and I will kind of just mention this quickly. What was it like to audition for it? Because I'm sure auditioning it for you was a lot different than him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I've been dreaming about having this role, so auditioning for it was like, I was super duper nervous, and I was like 9 years old, so I was like a lot smaller, so they kept their eye on me, and I was always like trying to strive to be better than I was so I could be Billy Elliot once.
Ooh.
And every time we went to New York for an audition, we always saw Billy Elliot at least twice or once. So it was a couple weeks, and they called me in for a callback. So we did the callback, and it was done, and they said, you'll hear something by August. And it was kind of midway through August, and I got a call from my mom got a call from Nancy, and she said, you have a final callback. So I went to the final callback, and we were in the airport eating pizza.
I said to him, how can you eat pizza before this?
And they let me know that I got it.
Oh, how wonderful. And it was so, and did you measure yourself every day to see if you got taller?
No. At the audition, they measured me, and because you have to be a specific height, and you can't be over that height.
You can't be over, so you have to be pretty, so your days are limited here, right?
Yeah.
Did they measure you too, as Christopher?
No, we don't get measured as much as the kids do.
And what was it like for your audition?
Yeah, I went to a union dance call. The show is represented by Actors Equity, which is the
right.
actors union in the U.S. And at the time, I was not a union member, so I had to wait until the end of the day when all the union members were seen. I went in, I danced for the creative team. They asked me to stay and sing, and I sang. And then they called me back to come back later that week. And then I had a 3.5-hour dance call after that, including a full ballet class, 2 tap combinations, some gymnastics, some physical theater things. After that was over, they asked me to come back again to sing and read for the director of the show. I had to come back another day again to sing for the music director of the show. And then it was about 2 weeks after that I'd gotten a phone call.
You must have been sweating. I mean, I can't even imagine being... Now, the exciting thing about Christopher is he's from this area.
Correct.
And where did you learn all your fine arts?
I started my dance training specifically here in Schenectady at Orlando's School of Dance on State Street. I danced
so we there probably for a saw few you at
years.
some of the recitals.
Probably, yes. And I started vocal training when I was in high school, specifically with Lori Larson. She was a teacher at Burn Hills at the time.
Okay. And how exciting! Who would have thought that he would have ended up here
Right
on
back
stage?
home. Right.
Yeah. Do you ever go to Boca Raton and perform?
Actually, before we went on the layoff, we did get to go right near my area in the Kravis Center, which
cool.
is where I went to see the performers that I wish I could be.
And you were.
Yeah.
Exciting.
And I got to spend some nights home, and my friends came and saw the show. It was a lot of fun.
Well, we found out a little bit about the actors, but let's find out about the show. For those who haven't seen Billy Elliot, I can't believe it, but anyways, if you haven't seen it, go rent the movie, but see the show.
Yes.
Because this is the musical version. And what would they see in the show? What is it about? Why is there a young and an older Billy? Tell us about it.
Billy, he's in a time where the miners are on strike, and his dad and his brother are very, tough, and they didn't like anything that was, for ballet, for example. And so his dad put him in boxing, and Billy didn't like that. So one day, the boxing coach, George, told Billy to go give Miss Wilkinson the keys. Now, Miss Wilkinson is a ballet teacher, and he's all of a sudden in this ballet class with a bunch of girls screaming, and he starts taking it again and again and again, and he loves it. And one night he stands up to his dad because his dad's telling him, "You can't dance, I forbid you to dance," and he dances anyway, and he dances with older Billy, and he literally gets to fly across the stage, which is my personal favorite part.
You fly across the stage?
Yeah, on a wire.
I hope.
So then he stands up to his dad and tells him, "This is what I want to do."
Oh, wonderful. And so how did...
Yeah, the story is really Billy's struggle of him wanting to grow up and be a dancer despite all the conflict and hardship that's going on with his family and his friends and his community. The older Billy and Billy sequence, it's a dream ballet in the second act, so it's more of a fictional moment. It's in Billy's mind, but I think it's really a climax of the show because it really shows that Billy can see off in the distance what he really wants to become and what he knows he can be. And it's a beautiful moment.
Is it inspirational?
Very inspirational moment, yes.
So we need to come on down, see it. Should they bring the kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's recommended for children, I believe, 8 and older.
8
so there's
and
a
older.
little bit of harsh language.
Okay, that kids have never heard before, I'm
Right,
sure.
right.
Oh, well. Anyway, I wish you to, I guess I should say break a leg,
Yes,
but
thank
you know,
you.
everybody says that, right? I know from the producers, I can't tell you to have.
Right, right.
Check out the show. You can get your tickets at Proctor's box office and enjoy it and enjoy and celebrate the arts. Please, every day, celebrate them. And we're going to learn a little bit more later on in the show about how maybe your kids can get involved. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. And I know your parents must be just
Very
really
excited.
to
Yes.
see you on the Broadway stage
Yeah.
here.